Hello everyone, it's Sabrina Jean and I'm back with another pick a card reading. So this pick a card reading is about the path you're destined to follow. So your destiny revealed, perhaps? Okay, almost lost my voice there for a second. So your destined path, career, love, life, something else, what do you need to know about your destiny? So you can choose your pile according to the timestamp or the crystal or the cover card, the Divine Door. And it's my intention to reveal everything that you need to know about your path and your destiny and moving forward. So if you're drawn to pile number 1, the crystal is a green fluorite. Pile number 2 is a Herkimer Diamond. Pile number 3 is a rose quartz, kind of got knocked out of the way there. And pile number 4 is a blue calcite. So what is your destined path? Let's find out. Pile 1. Hello, pile 1. If you were drawn to the green fluorite crystal, what is the path to your destiny? Destiny fulfilled? Or maybe you were drawn to this Divine Door. So what is this path you were destined to follow? Or what is it that you were destined to find? Let's just call it destiny, shall we? Okay, let's just start with your Divine Door. If you were drawn to this door. Looking closer at, okay. So your life, your path, your destiny has something to do with communication or the art of expressing yourself. Your path also, I see you opening many doorways, or you might be the kind of person where you don't feel like you are blocked or limited as far as what you can choose. So for some people there might be doors, but for you there are unlimited opportunities, which is also what makes you so successful. Secret sketches. Wander and seek the familiar, friendly kind. Draw memories and sketches for others to find. I feel like you're a nomad, a wanderer, a gypsy. Oh, kind of like a philosopher, right? Wondering, pondering the meaning of life, experimenting, trying new things, experiencing new paths, maybe multiple careers, maybe multiple relationships. It feels like you're a seeker. Okay, so what more do we need to know? Okay. The path you are destined to walk. The path of the number 8. 8, generally speaking, is referring to infinity or infinite connection. So many of you might feel like you're destined to follow your intuition, or you're always being intuitively guided towards something, which is what makes you an explorer. And so you might set out early on in life on a path, the perfect path that will help you to earn the kind of income that you believe you're worthy of receiving. But it almost seems like you're exploring. You feel like there's always something more to be experienced. Okay. I feel like your destined path is the art of life. You are walking that path. You're living that path, but also believing in yourself and trusting your intuition. When you feel guided on a different path or to go in a different direction, you're always following the stars, you're following your intuition. Okay. Safe travel. So you probably, in addition to traveling a lot, you might relocate a lot or change jobs or try new things. You probably, well, really enjoy new scenery, new pastures, new beginnings. Heart of Source. Yeah, you're always following your heart as well. You're being guided. You are intuitively guided. It's like your heart is always pulling you towards something more, something deeper, something hidden. And it's that spark of light that also excites you, the uncertainty or the excitement about experiencing something new. All encompassing love, unconditional acceptance, and serenity. Perhaps many of you are destined to walk a path where you are seeking that unconditional love, unconditional acceptance from somebody else, only to discover that first it's important for you to unconditionally love yourself first. But serenity, peace, harmony are also things that you probably desire. In fact, whether you know it or not, you probably find more peace and serenity when you have an amazing view, or when you're traveling, or experiencing the awes of the universe, like watching the stars, the sky, the clouds. You're a dreamer. Wow. And it almost feels like no matter what you choose, where you go, you always land on your feet. There's something that you resonate with, but then at the same time, there always seems to be something else or something different or something more that is luring you in a different direction. Like for some people, again, they see doors, but you don't see doors. You don't feel like anything is blocking you from pursuing your dreams. Okay, this would make perfect sense with this reflection. You're probably born with intuitive knowing. You sense the undercurrents, meaning you probably sense other people's emotions, or perhaps you just naturally, instinctually go with the flow. You go where your heart flows, where you're being called in that direction. And this might actually be your entire life and your path, which is always calling you towards new experiences, for you to learn, to grow, to feel. Wow. Okay, so even the green crystal resonates with healing, love, joy, peace, harmony. Let's get a little bit more information from Spirit about your destined path, or at least what you need to know about your destiny. Okay, well, the path that you are on is leading you towards King of Pentacles energy. Again, you're a seeker. I think I need to put this up here. You seek opportunities. Oh, you know what? In your pursuits of the Holy Grail, whatever that Holy Grail is to you, the path that you are on, you are destined to align with King of Pentacles energy, whether this is you with your own business, it's financial mastery, it could be energy mastery as well, stability. In fact, if you're seeking more financial abundance or stability, it seems that maybe early on in life you try different things, but you just really don't ever find that one thing that fits, or maybe your finances are up and down or unstable as you're learning, growing, evolving your skill set. I feel like you're intended to create your own destiny, actually, your own financial empire, which is why you're always seeking, learning, growing, experiencing. You're also becoming a philosopher. Okay. we already pointed out the fact that you're a dreamer. Seven of Swords, right. Always moving towards something different. Or maybe you choose something and it just doesn't feel right, and you're like, okay, I'm out of here, need to find something new, something different, something better. Or, and life sometimes will make that call for you. Especially if you get too comfortable in any particular job or situation, then life has a way of knocking things upside down to get you to move in a different direction. Five of Swords. You're also a wonderful problem solver. The Star. One more card. Look at that. And the Knight of Pentacles. No matter what happens, you're going to end up on your feet. You're going to end up with financial stability, wealth. But this isn't just financial wealth. It's strength, it's inner knowing, it's confidence. And it's wealth gained by wisdom, through wisdom and the experience. And honestly, there aren't any tarot cards here that are saying that you're ever going to settle down in just one location. I still kind of feel like you're a gypsy. You're always wandering, you're seeking, you're looking, you're experiencing, you're exploring, looking for that Holy Grail. Because you believe it is out there. You believe it exists. And actually, if you believe in yourself and you believe in your dreams, then you're already halfway there. Maybe this is why on your blue door, Secret Sketches, it says, draw memories and sketches for others to find, if I can speak. It's kind of like you leave your imprint. Right? And so, no, I'm thinking Twilight. Well, maybe not that kind of imprint. But you leave like an echo of an energy and imprint on the area or the people or the career. Wherever you go, you have like something energetically that you leave in that location. Honestly, you know what? Pile number one, I feel like wherever you choose to travel or move to or relocate to in your lifetime, along your destined path, these are also locations that you lived in past lifetimes. So if you do leave imprints or memories in each location that you travel to, it almost kind of feels like you're returning to your past lives, connecting with the land or the earth or the energy, because there's something that needs to be resolved or released in this lifetime. And it's not something that you can describe or explain to people. You just know that you need to go wherever it is that you need to go, because your energy needs to be there. Some of you might consider yourself an earth angel, or you're an anchor of light. You're definitely a beacon of light. But you're also living your life and making choices based on your own lighthouse, right? You have your own antennas and this light that is guiding you all of the time, wherever you go. But keep in mind, the path that you're on, you are destined. Well, you probably began with this energy, but you're also going to end with this energy. And what's interesting is that if you're starting out as the King of Pentacles, this could have been your family support, or maybe early in life you have an amazing career with an amazing salary, but then you choose to explore, become a nomad, go somewhere else, try different things. Maybe it's not all about the money for you. And after navigating your heart's desires, you go through a process of renewal or endings and beginnings. At the same time, you might end up becoming a totally different person that you once were, and letting go of, the past, liberating yourself, liberating your soul. But you're definitely going to end up back with the Nine of Pentacles, experiencing the lifestyle that you've always believed in, that you've been searching for. I feel like this is a perfect destination and, well, destiny. This path that you are on, you're going to end up here, living where you want to live, having the things that you want to have, enjoying the good life. But this is you also surrounded by nature as well. I don't really see you surrounded by a lot of people. Probably because you are deeply sensitive. You probably connect more deeply with the earth and animals, and land and sea than anything else. You're also guided by the stars. I would love to know your galactic origins or what you were born with in this lifetime. If you're curious, if you'd like to have a galactic astrology reading, feel free to reach out to me. I also offer other kinds of readings too. But that being said, this is your destiny, the path that you're destined to walk. I wouldn't really call you a loner, but in a way, maybe you are a loner. You're kind of a hermit. But you're definitely going to be ending up with that lifestyle that is perfect just for you. I hope you enjoyed this video reading, pile number 1. If you did, please do click the like button. You're always welcome to comment as well. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you in another video. Hello there, power number 2. Wow, my mouth isn't working today. Pile 2. If you were drawn to the Herkimer Diamond, so this is your destined path, but what is the path you were destined to walk? I'm still not quite sure how to title this video, but your path, your destiny, your future, your life, what are you destined to experience? Let's start with your divine door, although there is no door. There's something about stones and ancient rocks that are, well, and even roots, deep roots. Your ancestors say your connection with Earth is really, really old. You're probably a super old soul. Or ancestors go way, way back into the dark ages, like really dark inside there. In fact, maybe one of your initial lifetimes was as a caveman or a cavewoman. You lived inside the rocks. Dare I tell you what movie I'm thinking about? How many of you are into movies? So I was zooming into this rock, and I suddenly remembered Galaxy Quest. Remember the rock monster? It's a rock, it doesn't have any vulnerable spots. I love that movie. Okay, pile 2, hummingbird song. The nectar of sweetness and joy it brings, the hummingbird's healing as medicine it sings. Yeah, pass this card on. You are a medicine person, shaman, or your ancestors were, Indians, ancient civilizations. You've been here before. Pile number 2. Let's look at your other cards. Ooh, abundance, and the number 1. The abundance of air, hot air, balloons, rising up. And of course you have the owl, ancient wisdom keepers, kind of spooky, survivors. Learn the truth. Well, definitely piled to your destiny, the path that you're on, and maybe your entire life, or at least right now, you are meant to be remembering the truth about your past, your ancestry, and the earth ancient Earth civilizations, you have a deep connection to that. Akashic records, okay. Clearing old stories, releasing past lives, freedom. Interesting imagery here. I love all of the gold. And the book here and the written is making me think of Thoth. The truth. Oh, the truth about the history of Earth. Okay, there's something really deep here. Okay. And you even have the dolphins. Okay, so it is said that the dolphins and the whales were here from like the beginning times when the ocean first became inhabitable. Because honestly, when the Earth hasn't always been supportive of life. It didn't always have the oxygen. It didn't always have, the elements. It didn't always have the sun. And honestly, I feel like you were here on the planet back before human life was able to exist on the planet. Now we're going deep. Wow. Okay, so pile 2, this path that you're on, you're destined to remember the truth about your past lives and wake up to help clear out. I feel like you have a big purpose in like these shifts that are happening right now in humanity and the planet. The dolphins, coming back to the dolphins really quickly, they actually hold consciously all of the information about the history of the earth. So do the whales. They remember everything in the existence of Earth back to the beginning of Earth times. If you resonate with dolphins, then you are destined to communicate with dolphins, or dolphins are significant in your life. Also, dolphins use both sides of their brain equally. They use 100% of their brain capacity. That's how intelligent they are. And you probably are too, aren't you? Pile number 2. You just don't realize it yet. Okay, what does Spirit want you to know? Right, Queen of Cups. I love the puppies here. This path that you are destined to walk. Right, it's a path of options, a path of choosing, knowing, even the truth. With the Ace of Swords, you've got the dove here. It's making me think of Jesus. Right, she's got the Holy Grail. Wow. The Lovers. You are bound to discover your own Holy Grail. What is the Holy Grail to you? What is the significance of the meaning of life? The elixir of life. Wow. 2 of Cups. Page of Wands. Okay. You are destined to walk this path of truth. I would assume that you're the kind of person who's brutally honest. You're always just honest. You're open about everything. You don't make decisions lightly, or you're not supposed to be. But this is also a life and a path and a destiny that is helping you to learn, to grow, to remember your past lives, your past loves. You're destined to meet your soulmate. Actually, this that kind of looks like Data from Star Trek. Look at all of the gold here. Spirit just said, you are golden. Your love is too. You know what? Now that I'm looking at these cards, like, okay, so whether you are he, she, or they, so here's a single and here's a single. And as you're walking your life, right, and maybe having multiple encounters or relationships, this path that you're destined to walk is leading you towards abundance, but it's not necessarily the kind of abundance that other people seek. I don't think that you seek money in that kind of way. I think you are really seeking the greatest love of your life, the greatest connection. So now I'm curious how many of you, since as far as you can remember back, have been searching for that one. You know that there's someone out there and you are destined to find and meet this person and be with them in this lifetime. And since I was already pointing out ancient lifetimes, this might be something that you reincarnate from lifetime to lifetime. There may be someone from your ancient past that you were with romantically in the beginning of times. And perhaps each time you incarnate again, you are searching for that same one. And I'm not here to tell you about your past lives, but it's a repeating theme, which is why you've got Akashic records here. Because in this lifetime, you're meant to be breaking those links, those cycles, those patterns. And finally, destined to meet and be matched with the one, that holy grail that you have always been searching for. I feel it's like the end goal. Not to say that you're not going to incarnate again, but it's almost like this is your guiding source in life. You're guided by your heart because you know that other person is out there. But along the way, you probably also make deep connections with the owls, the birds, the sky, the earth, the animals, the dolphins, the ocean, the sea, because that's just how deep your love goes, your passion, and your dedication to seek whatever this holy grail is. There's a lot of gold here. So gold might mean something very specific to each one of you. And actually, let's come back to the crystal. The Herkimer Diamond resonates with your crown chakra and higher. So this is a very high frequency love connection. Somebody from your ancient past that you've probably been seeking, that you are destined to reunite with along your path in this life. And that's the best way that I can interpret your reading, the truth. I feel like you're on a path of remembering your truth as well, and remembering your past lives, and breaking, all of the past energy that needs to be healed, released, etc. Remember at the beginning, I was saying Native American. So if you're a shaman or you're an energy healer, you have a powerful purpose and intention to heal, to help with healing the planet and people on the planet too. Anyway, I'm curious, Pile 2, how these resonate with you. Feel free to comment below. But this is the reading and what I'm picking up on from your spirit guides. Yeah, the truth about love and the dove. Wow, it's just like the Garden of Eden. I wonder if this path you are destined to remember all of your past lives. I'm not sure how cool that would be. That might be freaky for some of you, but anyway, this is your reading. I know I already ended the reading. It's like, so why do I keep talking? Because I'm fascinated. I'm lured into this story here, this love story. So you got me. Pile 2, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button, of course. And I will see you in another video. Bye for now. Hey there, pile number 3, if you chose this rose quartz crystal. So, the path you were destined to walk, or your destiny, I still don't know the best way to title this video. So, yeah, this is your destined path in life. What are you destined, the kind of life you're destined to live? Something like that. Okay, so this is your divine door, although there's no door here, but it looks very rustic and broken down, but it's light outside and there's like trees. What is out there? What's on the back? The walkabout. Okay, you discover your path in sacred walkabout. The trees are your people, the earth is your tribe. In indigenous lessons, you find the will to survive. Isn't the walkabout something in Australia? I am not the expert here, but I'm thinking, I don't know why it's like Crocodile Dundee popped into my head, so maybe that's why I was thinking of Australia. Okay, compassion. Yeah, compassion for the land and the animals and a connection. There's like a deeper connection that you have with nature and creatures. So this life you're destined to live. Courage, and look, you have lions, you have flowers, you have beauty, you have grace. Akashic Stargate, aligned with purpose. Right now you might feel like you're at a crossroads and there is no wrong path somebody needed to hear. These are like portals, gateways. A stargate. Actually, right now, at the time I'm recording this, there are a lot of activations happening in Orion, which usually covers a large degree of Gemini energy. So the sun is making conjunction with Orion and the fixed stars in that region. Yeah, finding the courage to walk the walk, walk an unwalked path or trail. I feel like when there are so many people that are passionate about certain things in life, you have no interest in those things, or even other people for that matter. There's something much deeper here that you're passionate about, which is probably the path you are destined to discover. You're aligned with purpose. You're seeking something deeper, even though you may not be able to put your finger on it or explain exactly what it is that you're searching for, but you'll know it by how it feels. Of course, divine consciousness. Because you're already connected. This was kind of a given with the Akashic Stargate. You're aligned with your purpose. You're aligned with the universe, the rainbow energies, the frequencies. Find the courage to walk the walk. And discover, what the unmarked trail has for you, what's waiting there for you. So you probably are a completely different person than the rest of your family. Honestly, because I feel like this path that you're destined to live, you are doing your own thing. You're searching. You're connecting. Let's get some messages from Spirit using the tarot. What more? This destined path that you are on, the life that you're meant to be living. Oh, that's probably the perfect title. Even the other piles, I like, what? How should I? The titles are everything on YouTube videos, honestly. Okay, Queen of Swords, living life by your own choice and your own standard. King of Wands, I think this is you as well. Making your own choices, asserting your own goals, blazing your own trail, creating your own path. This is disconnected. To me, the Three of Swords represents a disconnection, like not feeling connected to like people, or maybe you've experienced heartache and heartbreak with your connections or relationship with people, which is why you feel more comfortable just wandering or roaming the earth, connecting with nature and animals and that sort of thing. There's the Devil card, the Ace of Pentacles, okay, and the Ten of Swords. Interesting. Yeah, there's definitely a disconnect, or you have a disconnect. You don't really connect with other people and other people's desires. I feel like you are a completely different kind of creature. You have completely different kind of pursuits and goals. Things that make you happy aren't necessarily the things that make the rest of the world happy. You need the freedom to do your own thing, to blaze your own trail, to make your own choices. And this path that you're on, your destined path, also leads you to new discoveries. It helps you to change your beliefs, but you're also living a lifestyle according to what you believe is right for you. And you're free to make the choices that you know are the best choices for you. It doesn't matter what anybody else is thinking. You're going to follow your heart and not what everybody else seems to think they know is best for you. So there's plenty of opportunity out there. So you may end up just choosing to have many different kinds of jobs, but maybe not settle for just one. Because I suppose it comes to a point if you start feeling limited or restricted or unable to be free or move around, then that's when it's time for you to leave one situation and then, you go seeking something more. But you're also being guided by the cosmos too. Your higher self, your galactic family. You might be, what's the best word I can describe this? The kind of soul that astral travels, like when you go to sleep, your soul may actually leave your body and travel to other constellations or other locations in the universe, because honestly, maybe you don't even feel like you are connected to the earth. Now that I'm looking at these, it's too heavy, it's too hard, it's too negative. But the earth needs you, which is why you're still here and you're on this path, finding the courage, right, to continue on. I think the best way to move forward, even every day, is to tune into your higher self, your galactic family, your spiritual team, because that's what is guiding you. That's what's actually keeping you grounded and inspired. The walkabout, it's kind of like wandering and having different experiences. Maybe you wander in between worlds. You really want nothing to do with this energy and completely understand that. Maybe some of you just think that life is overrated, or other people expect too much, or maybe you just don't have any interest in communicating with other people, especially if other people want to talk about things that you don't even resonate with. There's other things on your mind. Okay, so I'm also saying that it doesn't mean that you're going to be alone, because there are going to be many relationships, people that come in and out of your life as you walk your path. But because you're independent and you want to remain free, or maybe the other one does. So people you will find will come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. The same thing with jobs, different job opportunities, different experiences. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if those of you who chose pile 3 were born during Pluto and Scorpio, because the Pluto and Scorpio generation has like a powerful transformative energy that affects everybody that comes around you. And so you are transformative just by being here. You don't even really have to say anything or do anything. You just have that powerful galactic cosmic energy that the earth needs at this time as it's going through its shifts, etc. So, wow, pile 3, I'm curious how these are resonating with you. I'm sure I just described many people to a T, but I'm curious. Let me know in the comment section. But yeah, the path you're walking on allows you to be free. You're enjoying yourself and your life, maybe even disconnected from humans, but you realize that you have the freedom to go wherever you want. All you have to do is choose that. But you also communicate with your guides and your higher self, and your cosmic family, your star families, because these are the ones that are helping you with your life purpose too, and your destiny. Oh, they're helping you to fulfill your destiny. Wow. Pile 3, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I know I certainly did. If you enjoyed the video, please do click the like button. And of course, you're always welcome to comment if you'd like to share any comments. In the meantime, have a wonderful day, and I will see you all again in another video. Bye for now. Hello, pile number 4. Welcome to this pick a card reading about your life, your path, your purpose, your destiny. So this path that you are destined to walk in this lifetime, if you were drawn to this doorway or the blue calcite crystal, let's dive into your cards. I'm also going to pull some tarot to get some messages from Spirit. But first, okay, this path that you are destined to walk. Where is destiny leading you? It's leading you deeper. Okay, you are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on, and pass this card on. Dig deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Interesting. Okay, the opening on the number 35. Opening up to your infinite connection. The deeper you go, the more you awaken, the more you remember. So you are the flower, like the lotus, removing the layers to remember your true self. Happiness. This is your destiny. Sunshine, flowers. Inner earth, base chakra, strength and security, laying foundations for your future. You know what's interesting, and so this deck has been out for quite some time. I forgot the name of the deck. But now that I look at this, because obviously this is a tree, right? And then the roots, but then underneath there are pillars that are holding it up, and it's making me think of the recent discoveries underneath the pyramids in Egypt. I'm kind of shocked that people are shocked that, they're finding that underneath the pyramids. But that's just me. I'm not surprised. Nothing surprises me. So your strength, security, laying foundations, it has something to do with you remembering who you are, or your truth, your path, opening up Well, you're definitely destined to wake up to your spiritual self in this life. This is the path that you're on, and you even have communication. I wouldn't be surprised if you have this cherry red hair. But this is a transformative path in life, remembering your truth, becoming a beautiful, expressive creative. Something just said artful communication. So this path you're walking is your destined path to return to your inner self, your inner child, the things that matter most to you. Okay, let's get some messages from Spirit. I'm going to pull some tarot cards. Pile number 4. So this path to your destiny, the life you're meant to be living. Whoop. The King of Swords. If this is your destined path, I would assume that maybe early in life, or maybe even right now, you're not necessarily the one making all of the choices. I would think that you're the kind of person who allows the others to make all the decisions. Or maybe you have difficulty making decisions. You probably have a very creative mind also. And it's hard for you to choose. Okay, the World. The Hanged Man. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, you're going to find your own way. This is the path that you're on. The Six of Cups. You are destined to create a life based on everything that you love, but based on everything that you choose as well, right? You're meant to be doing your own thing. So especially if you are married, oh, and then you also have, right, the Emperor here. Okay, so your destiny, this path that you are on. And as you wake up a little bit at a time, remembering the truth of you, of who you are, and using your creativity, your creative gifts, you're a very creative person. Honestly, I feel like your destined path is showing you, even one step at a time, one day at a time, what to choose, but then also to use your creative energy to manifest the life that you prefer to be living. If you're married now, you may not necessarily stay married forever, because ultimately I see you ending up as a hermit. In fact, the beginning of your life, you were probably very mental or decisive. You enjoyed books. You wanted to be free. And so it's very possible at some point in your life you might move to a completely different geographical location for a reason or a season. Because when you change locations, you are able to gain a different perspective or another philosophy. Some of you may have settled down, gotten married, had children, but once your children are grown and they've become adults and they've moved on with their own lives, I feel like this is the time in your life that you're going to separate yourself, or you're going to set yourself free, you're going to liberate yourself and move on with a more creative life, meaning expressive. So if you're in a career now that is very like logical, statistical, mental, right? If you share information, or if you're a teacher or something like that, this is how you make your decisions. It's through your career and your work. But honestly, at some point along your path and your destiny, all that stuff I think is going to drive you crazy. And you're going to get tired of that, and you're going to end up creating your own business or a lifestyle or a creative project instead. And you could totally end up moving to a completely different location or another country as well. In fact, it kind of seems like if you chose pile 4, it's possible that you are meant to live in different locations and have different kind of careers in this lifetime. But how the flower, right, the lotus opens up really depends on you and what you choose to pursue. But the more, like the deeper you go, the more you start to remember, you open up those layers, those petals. Maybe this flower has been closed, right, with the happiness and the flowers here as well. Maybe you closed your flower to protect yourself from the outside world, and you kind of closed off your creative side because you needed to survive. But there's still this sense of freedom. You're longing to free yourself from whatever your reality is. And so, but this is the life and the path that you're destined to follow. And you are going to find those perfect gems, the perfect home, the perfect project, or it could end up being the perfect self-expression. There is something that you're specifically meant to be inventing or creating on your own. Something just said the art of manifestation. So I feel like the life that you are destined to live, you will eventually manifest the life that you prefer to be living, but you're going to manifest this through your own creative skill, your creative imagination, your intentions, your affirmations, shifting realities. This is like metaphysical, but you're going to end up in the happy, wherever that is, but doing whatever you want, but also being free from like other restrictions or people or situations. And this is the destined path that I see for pile number 4. Is there anything else here? Well, the base chakra, strength and security, coming back to this. It's like you're creating your own foundation of support. You're becoming your own pillar of strength. So even if you are relying on someone else, like marriage or family right now, you are creating your own destined future, which, right, you are your own supporter. Or you're the only one providing for yourself, right, with your own strength, this foundation, home, through your creativity. Anyway, that's the best way I can describe these. Pile 4, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Let me know what you think. Does this something sound similar to you, the path you're on? Are you here at the beginning still? Are you in the middle? Or have you already reached the end? Have I just confirmed something that you've already experienced or that you've already created? Curious minds want to know. Feel free to comment below, but in the least, I hope you enjoyed this video reading. If you did, please do click the like button. And I wish you all a fantastic day as well. And I will see you again in another video. Bye for now.